What's up, Patreon people? Or should I call you patrons or should I call you barflies? Either way, you guys are both barflies and patrons. So today we are doing a cocktail called a Puka Punch. It was requested by one of our very long-term patrons, someone that's been patroning us for the entire time that we had Patreon. His name is Kellen Doop. He came to the bar a little while ago and he said, "Why haven't you done my Puka Punch?" And I was like, you know, I didn't say it. I think I played it off, but, you know, I'm sorry, Kellen. I forgot to do the Puka Punch, and now I am getting to it finally. The Puka Punch is actually near and dear to my heart because it is the creation of a guy named Ray Buhen, who was a protege of Don The Beachcomber, and in 1961 he opened a bar called Tiki Tea, which is a staple here in Los Angeles. It is still being run by Mike, his son, and his grandson, Mike Jr., and it is a tiny little tiki joint on Sunset Boulevard. It is one of the oldest. I think that there's one other tiki bar that beats it for age, but it's been there since '61. It's like one of the original tiki bars that have not been dismantled and turned into something else. And for a long time, it was actually it was like designated as a private club, so you could still smoke in there, which to me, a non-smoker, would have been hell, because it's a pretty small joint. Another thing that I heard that I'm not sure if it's true or not, because I've only been there a handful of times, is that there are regulars that lay claim to the bar stools around the bar, and if you are sitting at one of the bar stools, because you get there super early before anyone else does, and one of the regulars that sort of claims that stool comes in, you have to give up your seat to him. I heard, or her, I guess. I heard that, and I don't know if that's 100% true. If anyone knows, let me know. All right, this cocktail has a ton of stuff in it. It is one of those cocktails that is like, oh, tiki cocktails have everything in it, and this one has everything in it. This has so much in it, I am a little doubtful that this glass has enough volume, because it's like almost a 7-ounce drink. This is a 16-ounce glass. When you account for dilution and you account for the displacement of volume with ice, it's gonna be, there might be some left over, but if so, then I'll drink it out of the tin. All right, we're also gonna be using a Hamilton Beach because we are doing like a flash blend technique on this one. We are not crushing it down. You only wanna blend it for, 5 or 6 seconds to make sure that you get that like aeration and dilution and that like nice, kind of foaminess to it. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is just a couple dashes of Angostura bitters, or one if you're using an Ango bottle. Then we're gonna do 1 ounce of lime juice. We're gonna drop that, and thankfully it didn't break.
Like the Zubrovka.
Like the Zubrovka. I didn't tell you the story, guys, but I broke a bottle of Zubrovka. And not only that, it wasn't the American Zubrovka, it was the one that we got in Poland. Marius's dad got us this bottle of Zubrovka in Poland because we had been talking about it, and we got this bottle, and I broke it this morning by doing exactly that, reaching for something and knocking it over. Anyway, 3/4 of an ounce of honey syrup, 3/4 of an ounce of passion fruit puree. And what I did here is I used the Dr. Funkin passion fruit puree and simple syrup. And I did say passion fruit puree, but this is actually passion fruit syrup. It's a 1-to-1 blend of passion fruit puree and simple syrup. 3/4 of an ounce. 3/4 of an ounce of orange juice. 3/4 of an ounce of pineapple juice. I'm gonna try and do this in descending order here. Then we're gonna do 1/4 of an ounce of velvet falernum. We're gonna do 3/4 of an ounce of Karuba dark Jamaican rum. We are gonna do 1 ounce of Cruzon Gold, which is a Virgin Island rum. And then we are gonna do 1 ounce of light rum. I decided to use Cagna Brava, but you can use whatever light rum you see fit. Plantation 3-Star would go really well in this as well. This one is a little bit drier, which I like, so I'm gonna just use 1 ounce of this. And then you saw that I skipped the Lemon Heart because that comes a little bit later, just Lemon Heart 151. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little Scotia of ice. I'm not gonna use that much because I don't wanna displace too much volume. We're gonna put it in our Hamilton Beach, and we're gonna blend it on high for, I don't know, 7 seconds, 10 seconds? I don't know, just not too much. not too long, but there you go. You see, you have this. It's like, this is very full. Now watch it fill this glass up. And there the glass is coming in. It's so full that I want to add our crush right now so we can have some ice content in there. Seriously, you guys are probably gonna have to use like a 20-ounce glass for this. It does call for a Collins glass, and I don't know any 20-ounce Collins glass. This is a 16-ounce Pilsner glass. Some people like to call it a Weizen glass, but it is 16 ounces, and look how full that is. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our lemon heart. We're doing 3/4 of an ounce of lemon heart, 151. And we're gonna float that over the top. Kind of creates like a little layer there as it mixes. And then we're gonna add actually, now that the foam is coming down, we're gonna give it like a nice little snow cap on top, as we do. And then give it our nice garnish, which is just a cherry and an orange slice and a pineapple slice. We're going to look around for our straw and realize that we have to come down here for it. We'll give this a little sippy poo and see how it tastes. Wow, wowza! That's. I'm drinking. Let's drink from the bottom. That 151.
Like
it was like wham. If you guys don't know what he's talking about, Marius and I have been a little bit obsessed with a show called Somebody Feed Phil. So right now, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know if Phil Rosenthal drinks, but I would love to do something with Phil Rosenthal. I'm just saying. If anyone knows if someone knows Phil,
or if Phil's a patron,
then maybe he'll come knocking on our door. Ooh, that was just beautiful. I mean, it really tastes like just like a nicely well-balanced punch. I was sipping from the top as this 151 gets sort of settles into the cocktail. It's going to be a lot stronger. It is, it's funny because you get like a lot of the orange and the passion fruit and the honey really prominently in here. You're definitely tasting a mix of those rums, and it just it's funny because what it does is like all the mix of all those rums, you're not tasting them individually, you're just tasting them as this wonderful blend. And it's just like this nice kind of blend. I think that's all I really have to say. It's a really powerful drink. You probably could only drink one of these before you clawed your way back home. And I wouldn't suggest drinking more than one because it's so damned strong. But it is it is one of those drinks that will hide the alcohol very well. It is a lot more well balanced than I thought when I looked at this collection of ingredients, and I really like it a lot. So there you have it, my friends, the Puka Punch. I guess I'll just see you guys next time. I just want to let you guys know that if you guys want to request any cocktails, just leave them in the community tab or leave them in the comments below. I want to try and get to stuff that you really like. And honestly, to be a little bit more prolific and to post a little bit more here, I've decided to do like the home bar advanced. You'll get a couple times a month. Those take a lot more planning because we're doing advanced technique. But then I just want to do I'm just going to start releasing some cocktails on here that are not going to go to YouTube. There's just exclusive cocktail videos for you guys just on certain cocktails. So if there's tiki things or other things that you want to know, let me know about it and I will put it in queue and I will shoot it. I mean, I do have a list of things in my notepad that I want to get to on the for you guys, but on this Patreon channel. But if there's something that you want to see, I will absolutely 100% work it into the shoot. All right, I will see you guys next time.